A young man comes back home and suddenly freezes. On the living room carpet, he sees his own dead body. Right next to it, there's an envelope. Written on it are the words, "Look at me." The shock hits hard, but after a moment, curiosity takes over. The man's name is Alex. He opens the envelope and finds a flash drive inside. Without thinking too much, he plugs it into his computer. The screen turns on, and Alex sees himself staring back. A second Alex talking directly to him. At first, Alex panics. He tells himself he's not high, not drunk, and definitely not crazy. The version of him on the screen calmly tells him to relax and listen carefully. And this is where everything truly begins. The video explains how it all started. One day, men in black suits showed up at Alex's house. With them was a woman named Rebecca. Rebecca works for a private scientific research institute that develops advanced technology and secretly works with the U.S. National Security Agency. She tells Alex she has a very tempting offer for him, but before she can say anything more, Alex has to sign a non-disclosure agreement. To make it worth his time, Rebecca places a check in front of him, and it's for a huge amount of money. After Alex signs the papers, Rebecca finally reveals the truth. She talks about a strange American satellite that officially does not exist. The U.S. government never admitted to launching it. The reason? The satellite is believed to be from the future. Inside this satellite is a coded message, and the Institute needs help decoding it. If Alex agrees to help, he will be put to sleep and secretly taken to their laboratory. The Institute already knows everything about him. They know Alex is almost broke. They know he lives alone in a house left to him by his parents. To prove she's serious, Rebecca immediately transfers a large amount of money into Alex's bank account. Seeing the balance change in real time, Alex realizes this is real. With no better options and a lot of questions, Alex finally agrees and signs the documents. And that decision changes his life forever. The very next day, Alex is picked up and placed inside a car. Someone gives him an injection, and within seconds, he falls asleep. When he wakes up, he realizes he's in a closed, secret facility. Rebecca's there and shows him around the laboratory. Inside, the mysterious satellite has already been brought in. Alex gets straight to work. Days turn into weeks. 5 weeks pass, but there's still no real breakthrough. Seeing how hard he's pushing himself, Rebecca suggests that Alex take a day off, but Alex refuses. He doesn't feel tired. He feels obsessed. One day, something strange happens. Alex has a sudden vision. He sees a young woman solving the exact same code he's been working on. The vision feels real. Too real. Right after that, Alex's nose starts bleeding. Later, while resting, he notices something odd. Carved into the frame of his bed is a woman's name. The same woman from his vision. Soon after this, Alex finally makes progress. He manages to decrypt part of the code. What he finds inside are drawings. Blueprints of a strange, unknown device. As soon as Rebecca sees the results, she suddenly announces that Alex's work is finished. He's told he'll be taken back home. Alex wakes up in his house late at night. His body feels weak and sick. He assumes it's just exhaustion and stress from the intense work. But days pass, and things get worse. The sickness grows stronger, and then the hallucinations begin. They don't stop. They keep following him. One day, Alex opens his door and freezes. 2 strange-looking men are standing outside his house. They ask him a disturbing question. Why did he agree to decrypt the code? Alex is confused. To him, it was just a job. A well-paid job. But the men don't stop. They start questioning his morals. They ask if he's thought about the consequences of his work, because the device shown in those drawings is meant to become the most powerful weapon in the world. Alex suddenly feels a sharp pain in his head. The pressure becomes unbearable, and he asks the 2 men to leave. They calmly thank him for his answers and walk away. The moment they're gone, Alex feels better. The pain fades. He sits down at his computer, trying to make sense of everything. But before he can think, his phone rings. It's Rebecca. She coldly reminds him about the non-disclosure agreement he signed. That's when it hits Alex. The Institute is watching him. Angry and shaken, Alex goes back to his computer. Suddenly, the lights in his house go out. Something feels wrong. Alex steps outside. Across the street, he sees one of the 2 men who questioned him earlier. But then, The impossible happens. The man's body starts to grow. Right in front of Alex's eyes, he becomes a giant. Terrified, Alex runs back into the house. He looks out the window just in time to see a huge hand reaching toward him. Without knowing why, Alex slowly reaches out his own hand, as if to touch it. And then, morning comes. Rebecca arrives at the house and finds Alex already working. He tries to explain everything to her. He says that humanity lives in a two-dimensional world, but the beings who visited him belong to a highly advanced civilization. They don't just exist in space, they exist in time. They can be in the same room, but in the past or the future. They can observe events through something like a window in time. Alex desperately warns Rebecca about the danger. He tells her the device they are building could trigger World War I, but Rebecca stays calm. She tells Alex that she already knows about his condition. He has a brain tumor. Alex explodes in anger. He blames the Institute for it. He says being locked in a room with a radioactive satellite caused the tumor. He demands that the project be stopped immediately. Back in the present, Alex finishes listening. He drags his own dead body out of the house. He takes it deep into the forest and buries it. Then Alex returns home, sits at the computer, and continues listening to the message from his future self. Alex's future self speaks with regret. He says they should have listened to him. Back then, he already knew that something dark and dangerous was coming. He remembers the woman from his visions. Her name is Beth, and she's a cryptographer. Alex tracks down her address and goes to see her, but Beth refuses to talk to him. She won't even open the door. Desperate, Alex shouts the truth. He tells her he is dying. He has only 6 months left to live. That finally works. Beth opens the door and lets him in. Then she reveals something shocking. She says she has only 2 years left herself. Beth explains that she also figured out the truth. The drawings were not harmless. They were for a weapon, and those drawings came from the future. She tells Alex about someone else, a man named Shefferman. Shefferman communicates with her only through a computer. He sends her encrypted tasks and she solves them. When she works, she feels completely normal. But suddenly, Beth starts to feel sick. A man helps her to the bedroom so she can lie down. Alex goes downstairs alone. There, something strange happens. In the mirrors around the room, Alex starts seeing scenes from Beth's life. He sees her saying goodbye to the man she loves, a soldier dressed in a military uniform. Then he sees her again, as soldiers come to her with terrible news. Her beloved is gone. Another reflection appears. Beth is sitting alone, holding a handful of pills, ready to end her life. Alex is frozen, but then his attention shifts. A message from Shefferman suddenly appears on the computer screen. Alex types back, pretending to be Beth, but Shefferman immediately realizes something is wrong. He understands that it's not Beth. Without warning, Shefferman cuts the connection. Realizing time is running out, Alex quickly grabs a stack of printed papers. They contain all the tasks Shefferman had sent Beth before. And with that, Alex leaves, knowing the truth is far more dangerous than he imagined. The next morning, Beth finds Alex asleep on her sofa. The papers he took are spread out and glued together. Alex explains what he's discovered. All these papers are pieces of one big puzzle. If they're put together the right way, they can reveal the full answer. One thing is now clear to him. Shefferman does not work for the Institute. Alex begs Beth to help him stop the creation of this death machine. Beth finally opens up. She says she became sick right after working with the satellite. That's when the hallucination started. She began thinking nonstop about the idea of a message from the future. She wondered, what if it's possible to contact the sender? Soon things got worse. Beth started hearing the voices of dead people. One day she even heard her own voice. She also saw aliens, even though she doesn't believe in them. Terrified, Beth asks Alex to leave. Alex goes back home, but he's not alone. The men in black are waiting for him. Rebecca is with them. She orders Alex to stay away from Beth and tells him to use whatever time he has left wisely. Furious, Alex tells them to go to hell. When he finally enters his house, he realizes something is wrong. All his papers, all his research and conclusions are gone. At the same time, back at Beth's house, a bright light suddenly fills the room. It makes her feel sick. Beth screams in fear and tries to hide. Later, Alex tries to drown his thoughts in alcohol. That's when a new message from Shefferman appears on his computer. Alex is convinced that Rebecca is hiding behind that name, but the person messaging him denies it. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Beth is standing outside. She explains that Shefferman sent her to Alex. He also sent her blueprints for a device that can destroy technology from the future. Now working together, Alex and Beth begin developing a computer virus. The virus is meant to destroy the machine being built from the decrypted blueprints. But the next morning, everything falls apart. Rebecca storms into Alex's house. She tells them the Institute already knows what they're doing, and people are on the way right now. Then she reveals the truth. She gives the name of the Institute's founder and orders them to go see him immediately. She admits that she is Shefferman. She says she hoped to destroy the device with their help. At that moment, cars pull up outside Alex's house. Alex and Beth run out through the back exit. Rebecca isn't so lucky. She's caught, given an injection, and thrown into a car. As the vehicles drive away, something terrifying is left behind. Inside the house, all the gas burners in the kitchen are turned on. That evening, Alex and Beth arrive at the home of a scientist named Miles. The moment he sees them, Miles recognizes both of them. He tells them he has been following their work for a long time. Miles explains something shocking. The mysterious satellite was not the only one. There was another satellite that had been orbiting Earth for almost 400 years. According to Miles, unknown beings from the future were waiting for humans to grow smarter, explore space, and finally become capable of decoding their message. That ancient satellite also contained blueprints, not for a weapon, but for a machine meant to limit human evolution within the third dimension. When Miles announced this discovery years ago, no one believed him. People laughed at him and ignored his warnings. Soon after, Miles also developed a brain tumor. Luckily, his tumor was not fatal. Miles is convinced that these beings can exist in multiple dimensions. They don't experience time the way humans do. To them, time is not linear. He explains it like this. Right now, the aliens can observe humans the way we watch a movie. Using the first device, they can see what's happening, but they cannot change it. But the second device, the one being built at the Institute, would allow them to enter the human dimension. And once that happens, they could change reality itself. Miles admits he's only beginning to understand how it works. Even he can't fully explain it yet. He says something even stranger. The way the aliens appear depends on the human brain. Their appearance is shaped by how we perceive them. Miles casually mentions that he's been in contact with a giant alien living in his garden for more than 30 years. Only he can see it. His guests see nothing at all. By constantly looking at the creature, Miles says his brain adapted, allowing him to see the alien's true form. Miles believes the tumors in their brains are not accidents. They are the aliens' way of helping humans, so they can perceive a higher reality. Alex suggests a simple solution. Why not just smash the device with a hammer? Miles shakes his head. Even if they destroy it, the Institute could just rebuild it. To stop it for good, all the data stored on the servers must be erased. The problem is, no one knows where the Institute is located. Miles smiles. He reminds them that he is one of the founders. Then he pulls out a map showing a detailed layout of the Institute. Before anyone can react, a loud bang slams against the front door. Without hesitation, Alex and Beth run. Back at Miles's place, he tries to calm the angry alien raging in his garden. Meanwhile, Alex and Beth hit the road. Soon they reach the Institute's building. They find a hidden hatch, open it, and quietly sneak inside. Once inside, they split up to improve their chances of finding the lab. As Alex moves through the halls, he notices something disturbing. A guard keeps walking, then suddenly moves backward, repeating the same actions. That's when Alex realizes the truth. Time inside the Institute is looping. Beth experiences the same thing. No matter how hard she tries, she keeps ending up in the same place. Understanding that she can't move forward, Beth makes a desperate choice. She activates the bomb, but because of the time loop, she's unable to escape the danger zone. Elsewhere, Alex enters a dark room, carrying the bomb himself. Suddenly, an alien appears. In a split second, Alex is disintegrated into tiny particles. And then, 1 minute later, Alex wakes up. He's tied to a table. Sitting across from him is a humanoid being. Alex thinks he's dead. The alien calmly tells him he's not. They explain that they're simply curious about humans, especially about how humans experience time. For the aliens, linear time makes no sense. To them, it's slow, boring, and exhausting. Humans, they say, are trapped, forced to repeat the same patterns and beliefs again and again. Aliens, on the other hand, exist outside time and space. They are present in every moment at once. Because of that, ideas like cause and effect, or sequence of events, mean nothing to them. The alien asks a chilling question. What would happen if a human no longer had to wait? Alex realizes the answer. Humans would begin to look like the aliens, but something important would die in that moment. The familiar personality, the ego. The alien is surprised that humans fear death so deeply. To them, death is natural, but humans hide from it and push it away. Time, the alien says, controls everything. It both gives and takes. Humans see the world not as it is, but as they imagine it. So what happens when that projection disappears? Even with endless self-analysis, a human still wouldn't know the difference between reality and illusion. With every newborn child, a new reality appears. That's why a person is always standing before a choice. Alex starts feeling worse and worse. Then the alien makes him an offer. They can send Alex back to the moment before he became sick, with all the knowledge he has now. Alex thinks for a moment and answers honestly. He says he would never have agreed to work at the Institute. He would have stopped everything. The alien is confused. Why change your actions if you can't change the outcome? Alex admits something painful. Humans don't choose what happens. They only choose how they act. The humanoid asks one final question. If Alex returns to the past, will anything really change? Before Alex can answer, he suddenly finds himself back home, sitting in front of his computer. Now understanding the truth, Alex records everything onto a flash drive. He realizes nothing can be changed. The world could disappear tomorrow, but that's not new. Everything already happened. Everything ended before it even began. Alex places the flash drive into an envelope. He writes a message on it and collapses to the floor. The final words on the drive are meant for past Alex. A warning about Beth. Past Alex grabs the flash drive, runs to Beth's house, while future Alex, in his last message, asks him to forget everything and simply keep living. A truly thought-provoking movie. It makes you wonder, what if time doesn't really exist? What if we only live here and now, in one single moment? Who made us believe there is a past and a future? And is it true that people make foolish choices without realizing how their thoughts and actions shape their own future? Tell me what you think in the comments.